A cat food recall with potentially deadly health concerns. J.M. Smucker Company says it's received reports of pets having adverse reactions to one of its products. It's the 5.5-ounce cans of Natural Balance Ultra Premium Chicken and Liver Pate formula.
Your cat's bowl should mean love, not lab mistakes. But some cans hide salmonella, rubber fragments, or food so nutrient-dead your cat's nervous system starts failing before you even notice. And these brands aren't obscure. They sit on shelves everywhere, sold with smiles, premiums, and promises. For senior cats with fragile immune systems, cats on kidney or thyroid meds, and kittens whose nervous systems are still developing, a hidden nutrient failure or contamination isn't just bad food. It can become a medical emergency. Before we start, drop a comment with the brand you're feeding right now. Let's see how many show up on this list. And subscribe so you never miss a warning that could save your cat's life. Not every batch from these brands is automatically dangerous, but their recall history proves you can't gamble with your cat's health. 10. IAMS. Premium Promise, Invisible Breakdown. Those glossy cans, that glistening gravy. The veterinarian recommended aura. But in 2011, behind the premium image, something essential was missing. The FDA reported that IAMS recalled multiple canned cat foods for low thiamine, vitamin B1, a nutrient your cat's brain and nervous system literally cannot function without. No thiamine means neurological collapse. Here's the part that should worry you. There is no visual warning. The gravy looks normal, the smell is fine, the texture is perfect. Meanwhile, your cat's nervous system is quietly starving. Thiamine breaks down under heat and long storage. Labels stay shiny. Cans look flawless, but the nutrient disappears silently behind the scenes, unless the manufacturer catches it with rigorous testing. Symptoms to watch: vomiting, appetite loss, wobbling, staring, head tilting, confusion, seizures. Once neurological damage sets in, some of it can be permanent. Senior cats crash first, then cats on diuretics or kidney meds, then underweight cats, then kittens with developing brains. And the company's response? A quiet recall. No major warnings, no national alerts, just a buried notice while customers kept feeding cans from the same production windows. The label looked premium, the lab report didn't. Your fix: choose brands that publish nutrient assays. Photograph lot codes. If your cat suddenly becomes wobbly, confused, or lethargic, bring the can to your vet. Don't wait. Have you ever blamed wobbling or confusion on your cat's age? It might have been the food. If hidden nutrient failures weren't scary enough, wait until you see what holistic really means. 9. Wellness, organic fonts, natural promises, same manufacturing risks. The label says holistic. The packaging looks gentle, clean, thoughtful. You pay extra because you think you're avoiding cheap shortcuts. But in 2017, Wellness recalled multiple canned cat foods for quality concerns, including possible foreign material. Not a recipe tweak, not a flavor issue. Actual debris showing up in premium-priced cans. Pop one open and everything looks perfect. Smooth pate, rich color, clean lid snap. But foreign material hides in texture. It doesn't smell, it doesn't look wrong. A seam defect, a supplier slip, a contaminated ingredient. None of that announces itself. Red flag: if you smell a faint metallic note under the normal aroma, don't serve it. Trust your nose over the label. The company's response? Quiet, minimal, no aggressive consumer alert. They posted a notice and kept selling. Premium pricing didn't buy premium oversight. You paid for holistic. You got hope it's fine. Your fix: always check smell and seams. If something looks or feels off, don't gamble. Return the can sealed and keep the receipt. Have you ever opened a premium can and caught a weird smell, but served it anyway? And if you think holistic brands hide dangers, wait until you see what a natural topper almost sent cats to emergency surgery for. 8. Purina Muse. Cute tin, friendly label, one hidden shard can turn a treat into emergency surgery tonight. Purina Muse marketed itself as the natural, gentle choice, an easy topper to make mealtime special. But in 2019, that gentle gravy came with something extra. Nestlé Purina issued a voluntary recall for possible rubber pieces. No warning smell, no strange color. Your cat takes a bite and their teeth hit something that shouldn't be there. That's the danger with foreign material contamination. It doesn't announce itself. The aroma is normal. The color is perfect. A piece of rubber rides the gravy and only reveals itself when your cat's already chewing, or when they've already swallowed it. Who gets hit hardest? Small cats with narrow throats, seniors with weaker swallow reflexes, cats with dental issues who can't chew properly. A sharp fragment can injure your cat's mouth, throat, or digestive tract, and you won't know until you're rushing to the emergency vet with a cat that can't eat or won't stop drooling. Here's the thing about clearance racks. Old lots circulate far longer than you'd think. That discounted Purina Muse in the bargain bin? check the date, check the lot code. A deal isn't a deal if it sends your cat to surgery. Purina's response? A voluntary recall notice buried in newsroom pages. No headlines, no aggressive refunds. Just quiet acknowledgement while affected lots kept moving through stores. Looks gourmet. The risk is small and sharp. Your fix: before serving any wet tray, break the portion with a fork and spread it on the dish so sharp bits show up. Keep the lot code photographed. If your cat coughs, gags, paws at the mouth, or drools excessively after eating, stop feeding and call your vet immediately. Have you ever found a hard speck or something chewy in wet food that should be smooth? Next, a limited ingredient food with an unlimited pathogen problem. 7. Natural balance. Short ingredient list, clean label. One contaminated batch can turn your kitchen into a biohazard zone. The pitch is simple. Limited ingredients. Fewer problems. A short, clean list for cats with sensitivities. It sounds logical. It sounds safe. But in 2021, that simple promise came with salmonella. The FDA documented a recall of Natural Balance green pea and chicken dry cat food for salmonella contamination. Not a rumor. An actual federal recall notice. Here's the problem with salmonella in dry food. You can't see it. You can't smell it. The kibble looks uniform. The oils still shine. The bag pours like nothing's wrong. And if you dump it into a storage bin and throw away the original bag, you've just lost the only way to trace a recall. The betrayal. People buy Natural Balance specifically because they think simpler means safer. Fewer ingredients, fewer problems, right? But salmonella doesn't care about your ingredient philosophy. Cats infected with salmonella shed it everywhere. The litter box, the food bowl, the kitchen floor. They can be carriers without symptoms, spreading bacteria through your home for weeks. Know the signs: diarrhea, vomiting, fever, lethargy. But here's the scary part. Your cat might look completely fine while contaminating every surface they touch. And Natural Balance's response? No major consumer warning campaign. No aggressive refunds. Just a quiet notice while they went right back to selling bags with the same promises on the label. The label looked clean. The culture plates told another story. Your fix? Wash your hands after every scoop. Keep the original bag with the lot code. Don't mix new kibble with old crumbs. If your cat develops diarrhea or fever, call your vet and bring the bag details. Do you keep the lot panel when you pour into a bin, or do you toss it? Speaking of budget promises, up next is the 30-pound bag that costs less than lunch, and there's a reason for that. 6. Meow Mix. Big bag, bright cartoons, budget price. The math doesn't add up, and your cat pays the difference. 30 pounds for 12 bucks. Looks like a steal, but let's do the math together. Quality protein costs money. Cold chain logistics cost money. Pathogen testing costs money. So where exactly are they cutting corners? In 2021, the FDA gave us the answer. J.M. Smucker recalled 30-pound Meow Mix bags sold at Walmart for salmonella contamination. Not a flavor issue, a pathogen that makes cats sick and spreads through your entire home. Here's the budget trap. You buy the big bag to save money. Then you store it in a warm garage or laundry room for weeks. Heat and humidity accelerate bacterial growth. Salmonella multiplies, and the kibble looks and smells exactly the same. Pour it into a bowl, looks fine, smells normal. Your cat eats without hesitation, but they're ingesting bacteria that will spread through their system, into the litter box, onto every surface they touch. Meow Mix's response? A quiet recall covering select stores. No national headlines, no aggressive warnings, just business as usual, while contaminated bags sat in garages across the country. Low price tags your wallet. Bad bags tag your cat's health. The economics don't lie. If it costs $3 to $4 per pound to produce quality cat food, and Meow Mix is selling 30 pounds for 12 bucks, you're not getting a deal. You're getting whatever they can produce at that price point, and sometimes that includes salmonella. Your fix: buy smaller bags you can finish in weeks. Store cool and dry, never in the garage. Keep the original bag inside any bin for traceability. Wash hands after every scoop. Would you save a few dollars if you knew the real cost was your cat's health? If one salmonella recall is bad, wait until you see the brand that keeps failing the same test over and over. 5. 9 lives. Friendly mascot, nostalgic label, same nutrient failure happening again and again. Morris the cat has been smiling from packages for decades. Your grandparents probably bought this brand. It feels familiar, safe. But behind that friendly face is a brand that keeps making the same mistake. From 2018 to 2019, 9 lives recalled canned recipes for low thiamine. Sound familiar? We just talked about this with IAMS. But here's what makes 9 lives worse. This isn't a one-time slip. They've been caught multiple times. It's a pattern. The betrayal. They knew thiamine was a problem. They got caught. They paid fines. And then it happened again. thiamine deficiency doesn't change how the food looks or smells. The pâté has a normal sheen. The familiar smell is exactly what your cat expects. The can looks perfect, but the vitamin your cat's brain needs to function, missing. Who crashes first? Senior cats with less reserve. Cats already dealing with health issues. Kittens whose brains are still developing. The symptoms are ugly. Vomiting and weight loss come first. Then the wobbling starts. Your cat can't walk straight. They seem confused, disoriented. Left untreated, neurological damage sets in, and some of it never fully heals. And 9 lives kept selling. Multiple recalls. Same thiamine problem. They paid fines like a cost of doing business and continued stocking shelves with that same smiling mascot. Morris trusted his face to this brand. Your cat trusted you, and 9 lives failed both. Your fix: rotate cans so older dates get used first. Favor brands that post nutrient assays. If your cat shows wobbling or confusion, call your vet now and bring the can. Have you ever seen your cat go off a favorite food for no clear reason? Watch your pantry dates. If this is already making you rethink your cat's bowl, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. We expose pet food industry secrets every week so you never feed blind again. 4. Special Kitty. Store brand savings, contract manufacturing chaos. Your cat becomes the quality control test. Walmart's house brand. Friendly price. Millions of cans sold every week. But behind that store brand simplicity is a manufacturing reality most shoppers never think about. In 2019, J.M. Smucker recalled Special Kitty canned cat food for ingredient and quality concerns. And here's the dirty secret about store brands. Special Kitty doesn't own the plants. They don't control the suppliers. They contract out to whoever bids lowest. Those plants juggle dozens of brands on the same production lines. When something goes wrong, traceability becomes a nightmare. Which supplier sent the bad batch? Which plant processed it? Which shift made the mistake? The betrayal. You trusted the familiar store, the convenient shelf, the low price, but behind that simple label is a manufacturing maze where your cat's safety depends on the lowest bidder. Open a can and watch for warning signs. A sour smell when the lid lifts? Back away. A puffed top or bulging lid? Don't even open it. Those are signs of bacterial contamination. Walmart's response to recalls? Minimal, quiet notices. Just pull the affected lots and keep selling. Meanwhile, families who trust the store brand have no idea what they might be feeding their cats. Store brands compete on price, not quality control. When margins are razor thin, testing gets cut, oversight gets reduced, and the cat eating from the bowl becomes the quality control test. Your fix: inspect seams and lids before buying. Keep receipts with lot codes. If anything smells off, don't serve it. Return suspect cans sealed. Do you check seams and lids before the can goes in the cart? If contract manufacturing sounds risky, wait until you see what happens when raw and natural meets repeated contamination. 3. Blue Ridge beef. Frosty chub, natural promises. One bad thaw can turn your kitchen into a contamination zone tonight. Freezers hum. Labels glow with promises of raw, natural nutrition. The pitch sounds primal and pure. Feed your cat what nature intended. But Blue Ridge beef has a contamination record that should make any cat owner pause. In 2024, public notices documented multiple Blue Ridge beef recalls for salmonella and listeria. Not one isolated incident. Multiple recalls. Repeated contamination events across different products. That's not bad luck. That's a pattern. Here's the uncomfortable truth about raw pet food. It requires a perfect cold chain from slaughter to your cat's bowl. Any failure along that path, a truck that runs warm, a freezer that cycles, a package that thaws and refreezes, creates opportunity for bacterial growth. And you'll never know until your cat gets sick. Why this slips past you: salmonella and listeria don't change how raw food looks. That frosty chub looks fine. Thaw it in your sink and it smells like raw meat should smell. But invisible bacteria are multiplying on every surface: the sink, your hands, the bowl. Cats eating contaminated raw food become carriers without showing symptoms. They shed bacteria into the litter box, onto floors, across countertops. Your whole home becomes a contamination zone. Blue Ridge beef's response to repeated recalls? They kept selling. New lot codes, new batches, same problems showing up in federal notices. The raw food fantasy is powerful, natural, ancestral. But wild cats don't eat meat processed in facilities with environmental listeria. The natural marketing hides a very unnatural supply chain. Your fix: if you insist on raw, demand lot-posted pathogen tests. Keep storage at or below 40 degrees. Thaw in leak-proof bags. Disinfect sinks after handling. If your cat shows vomiting, diarrhea, or lethargy, call your vet and save the packaging. Do you pull raw food straight into the sink or stage it on trays? If you're starting to question what's really in the pet aisle, subscribe right now. Now, we break down ingredient labels and recall histories every week for free. 2. Northwest Naturals. Premium packaging, natural promises, serving raw turkey during an active bird flu outbreak. Beautiful packaging. The promise of pure, natural nutrition. But here's the timing problem. Northwest Naturals is selling raw poultry products during an active bird flu outbreak. From 2024 to 2025, AVMA and state alerts reported cats infected with H5N1 after eating raw poultry, with turkey noted in multiple investigations. This isn't theoretical risk. Cats have actually gotten sick, some severely, from eating raw poultry contaminated with bird flu. H5N1 doesn't change how raw food looks or smells. That frozen turkey chub appears perfectly normal. It thaws like any other raw product. Your cat eats it eagerly because it smells like real meat. But the virus is there, invisible, waiting. Open your freezer and look at that beautiful packaging. Now ask yourself honestly, does this company test every batch for H5N1? Do they publish those results? Can you verify the specific lot in your freezer tested negative? The answer, almost certainly, is no. And it's not just bird flu. Salmonella rides along with raw poultry like a permanent passenger. Every raw turkey product carries bacterial risk. Cooking kills these pathogens. Raw feeding doesn't. Who gets hit hardest? Senior cats with weaker immune systems, cats on immunosuppressant medications, kittens who are still developing resistance. Northwest Naturals markets premium quality. But selling raw poultry during an active bird flu outbreak isn't premium, it's reckless. Know the signs: lethargy, fever, respiratory distress, sudden death in severe cases. If your cat shows any symptoms after eating raw poultry, call your vet immediately. Your fix: avoid raw poultry entirely until the outbreak passes. If you won't move off raw, demand posted lot tests. Keep everything under 40 degrees from cart to bowl. Disinfect prep zones after every use. Would you still serve raw turkey now that you know this context? But the worst offender isn't a big corporation or a budget brand. It's a boutique darling that imploded under the weight of its own contamination failures. One rad cat. Small batch, artisanal vibes, one systemic failure turned loyal customers into witnesses of a collapse. Rad Cat positioned itself as the thinking cat owner's choice, premium raw food from people who actually cared. A devoted community swore by this brand. Then came the recalls, and everything fell apart. In 2018, FDA notices documented recalls for listeria and salmonella concerns, not one product. Multiple formulas, widespread contamination across the brand. Here's what happened behind the artisanal marketing. Raw pet food manufacturing requires hospital-level sanitation. Listeria lives in drains, on floors, in equipment crevices. It survives cold temperatures that kill other bacteria. Controlling it requires constant environmental testing and rigorous documentation. Rad Cat's contamination events suggest their sanitation controls weren't matching their marketing claims. When listeria shows up in finished product, it means bacteria found a path from the environment into the food. That's not bad luck. That's a facility control failure. The FDA documented environmental positives in the production area. Drains and floors testing positive for the same bacteria found in the product. That's the smoking gun. Proof that contamination wasn't a freak accident, but a systemic problem. The betrayal. You trusted them because they felt different, because they seemed to care, because the community believed, and they let everyone down. Open a package of raw food from any small manufacturer and it looks beautiful. Fresh meat, natural texture, the smell of something real. But colony counts don't announce themselves. The bacteria multiplying in that package are invisible until your cat gets sick. Rad Cat essentially collapsed under the weight of its recall history. Loyal customers found themselves reading FDA notices and wondering what they'd been feeding their cats for months. The lesson is brutal. Small batch doesn't mean safe. Artisanal doesn't mean tested. Premium pricing doesn't buy you quality control. Only actual lab results, published, verifiable, batch by batch, prove a raw manufacturer can control contamination. Your fix: demand published batch testing from any raw brand. Check FDA recall pages before buying. Keep lot codes documented. If your cat shows fever, lethargy, or GI distress, call your vet and bring the packaging. What's the worst cat food you ever trusted? Drop the name below. Go check your freezer right now. If you see raw food from a brand that doesn't publish batch testing, throw it out. Don't wait. Don't finish the package. Your cat's health isn't worth the gamble. But don't panic. Not every brand is a trap. 2 companies actually prove their safety with testing, transparency, and traceability, and we're revealing them next. First, safe pick, raised right, batch lab results, hold and release testing, proof that actually matches the promises. Finally, a brand that treats safety like it actually matters. Raised Right publishes batch lab results, actual certificates of analysis showing pathogen testing for every lot they release. From 2018 to 2025, company materials show COAs with batch tests for salmonella and listeria, plus nutrient verification, negatives confirmed on released lots. That's not a marketing claim. That's documentation you can verify before you feed. Open a package and you immediately see the difference. This smells like actual food. Real chicken, real texture. No metallic tang, no mystery gravy. Your cat doesn't hesitate. The difference between Raised Right and the brands we just exposed? Proof. Radcat made promises about artisanal quality. 9 Lives made promises about nutrition. Promises mean nothing without testing. Raised Right uses a cooked, fresh process that eliminates raw handling risks while preserving nutrition. No salmonella roulette, no listeria lottery, just food that's been tested and verified before it ships. Every batch tested, every lot documented before shipping to your door. Your verification process: scan the QR code or lot code on the package. Pull up the posted lab results. Confirm pathogen negatives and nutrient levels. It takes less than a minute once you make it a habit. Store at proper temperatures. Refrigerate promptly after portioning. Keep the original label until the package is empty. If a lot code doesn't resolve on their site, contact support before serving. This is what transparency looks like. Not adjectives, not marketing poetry. Actual proof. Do you check batch lab results before feeding, or do you trust the label? Second, safe pick, open farm, lot code traceability, verified sourcing, accountability built into every package. If traceability matters to you, Open Farm built their entire brand around it. Enter your lot code on their website and trace exactly where your cat's food came from, the facility, the ingredients, the sourcing standards. From 2019 to 2025, brand materials highlight enter your code traceability, third-party certifications, and batch details available to any consumer who asks. That's accountability most brands can't match. Most cat food brands hide behind vague claims. Premium ingredients. Quality sourcing. Carefully crafted. Words that sound good but prove nothing. Open Farm inverts that model. Verify first, trust second. Their cooked and retorted options eliminate raw handling risks, while the traceability system lets you confirm exactly what you're buying. No mystery suppliers, no anonymous contract manufacturers, actual facility information tied to the lot code in your hand. Open a can or pouch and check. Steady texture, no odd smells, easy to portion. This is what quality control looks like when a company actually maintains it. Your verification process. Enter the lot code before feeding. Confirm facility and ingredient info matches the label. If a code doesn't resolve, contact support and hold the product sealed until you get answers. Keep original packaging until the food is gone. Rotate by date. Avoid dented cans, puffed pouches, or broken seals. Return them sealed and document the lot. Traceability isn't just a buzzword, it's a system that holds manufacturers accountable and gives you power to verify. Do you use lot code portals or trust whatever the shelf hands you? And there you have it. From fake premium promises to actual tested safety, we've pulled back the curtain on what's really sitting on pet store shelves. Your cat can't research brands. They can't read recall notices. They just trust you completely. Now, you know how to protect that trust. Drop a comment with the worst cat food you ever trusted. Share this video with someone who needs to see it. Subscribe for more breakdowns. And go check your pantry right now. Your cat is counting on you. They're family. Feed them like it.